we got a lot of rain yesterday, and this morning my wife found that uh, the nesting box that I put together are soaked wet. So I have to figure out where the water is going in. Uh, the other issue is, well, obviously the chicken eating the eggs for reasons. Either they are bored, they are had deficiency in nutrition or protein, and all or calcium. So we're gonna deal with all these issues, but those nesting box is just to get them to get the eggs out of their way, out of their sight. So we've been giving them raw meat when I slaughter a rabbit. I give them the remainder. In the past, we did cook part of the rabbit that we don't eat, and we give it to them, and things like that. But if the problem is protein, we're gonna try to do that more. If it's burdensome, we're gonna try to just get them out for a while, and hopefully they don't get attacked by any predator. That's a risk because Silas, which is a rooster, can get aggressive. He's tried to attack both of us in the past. So that's another issue. So we'll go with that. So today I'm gonna try to figure out where the water is going in. We're gonna have 4 days continuous rain, or rain on and off, but for 4 consecutive days. So that will limit me from doing things. But at the same time, I cut another rabbit that was already butchered last week, and we've been in the fridge for the rigor mortis for the meat to age and be tender. So I cut it today, and I'm gonna give the rabbits the portion that the remaining portion. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna give the chicken the remaining portion of that rabbit as a protein source. So this is a part of the meat that I'm gonna give it to them right now. Now they're all out. This is day 4 in dealing with chicken eating their eggs. We're still able to get, we got 8 yesterday, they ate 3. Today so far we got 6. So they are still laying eggs. I don't see any signs of eating eggs, but when they eat them, they finish them. So we don't know. Before I deal with putting the tray in, which takes the eggs in, I need to deal with the water that's coming in the nesting box. After I reconstructed it, and I did figure out where the water coming from. And yesterday was mostly rain and muddy, so I couldn't do much. So today I'm gonna work on that. But in the meanwhile, we're doing several things. We're putting fake eggs in the nesting boxes, so when they pick on them, they don't get any results, so that may deter them. We are giving them eggshells. In the beginning, we were giving them eggshells, and that made them start to eat eggs, so we stopped. Now we're giving them back, and it appears to be working somehow, that they are not going after the eggs as soon as the egg get laid, as what we found out in the past. The third thing, we are giving them, try to give them more protein somehow by giving them meat, or also cutting weeds and giving them weeds. I may let them go free range a couple of hours a day after the muddy situation uh, uh, gets dried a little bit. But all that, so for now, I'm going to be working on the nesting boxes to prevent the water from coming in and to clean whatever is in there and just replace the bedding. And the final part will be installing the tray that will take the eggs in. So we'll go work on that right now. So the reason the water is getting in the nesting box is that in the past this cover was tilted this way, so all the water that would hit that side and come down would hit the cover and come this way. Now because this is not tilted, it's actually the opposite, it's tilted very slightly. Toward the back, very slightly toward the back. Actually, that's how it is. Although I put silicone here, so the water didn't go through here. The water that's coming down on the side comes this way, and it goes on the top of this, and then go from the back and end up in the nesting boxes. So I put up this as a flashing, and I try to install it behind this siding, and it will take the water this way. So they are fighting over it's an egg, a laid egg. I was able to rescue the egg, but I dropped it, so now they are eating it. So I was able to slide this flashing behind the side, and I made sure it's sloping down. To this side here, where it's gonna drain all the water that's coming from here, and this here has silicone, so it shouldn't bring any water. If water accumulates here, it's not gonna be that high, which is almost an inch or more than an inch to go inside. Today is day 5. Yesterday I had to stop filming, so I saved time. I did rearrange the top cover for the nesting boxes so it would be slanted down a little bit, and put the sidings and the bedding and everything. Today I'm gonna put that tray. We're expecting more rain today, so hopefully I have enough time to work on that. So now I'm just about to give them the fermented food that we give them every day, in addition to what they have from the pellets. We continue that, the pellet feeds, just in case, one day we cannot do that. Usually Sunday we cannot do the fermented feed because we go to church in the morning. Also, we give them every other day, and now we're gonna start doing this every day with this problem happening. We give them sprouting. We sprout lentils, and every other day we give them sprouting, and that has more protein in it. So now we're gonna start doing this every day instead of every other day, just in case the problem is protein. Yesterday we were able to get 9 eggs out of 11, and they ate 2. So we're making progress here. So I'm going to go ahead and give them the fermented feed, and here it is. This is the fermented feed that we give them every day, 2.5 pounds. I used to give them 3 pounds, and they were not finishing it all the way, so I reduced it to 2.5 pounds. I will post the video on preparing that fermented feed, and also the other video on how to mix that grain with 16% protein. I will post these 2 videos on the screen. So what I did here, is this piece of wood that was screwed into the top of this, and silicone on. I figured out that by opening and closing, the silicone will eventually give up. So I installed it here on the 2 sides here. I screwed it in. I have to go inside to screw this one. So this now goes on the top. I cannot do it with one hand. Hold on. Goes on the top like that. So this is slanted down. This is slanted down a little bit now. So even if this is not here, but it's better to have both. So I still have that 2x4 closing the opening. I'm gonna install the tray today. I changed the bedding. And I have this netting to hold the bedding down so it will stay slanted down, so it will not hold the eggs from rolling backward. We practically check for eggs every 10 minutes for now. I know that's annoying for the chicken, but we don't want them eating those eggs. So here, the tray, I'm preparing to install it. I'm gonna install this wither strip on it right in the middle, so it will just lessen the impact of the eggs from being cracked, and we'll see how that works, but most likely it will. I'm about to install the tray here. It's not screwed in yet. We will need to add hay here because the egg comes down really hard. They slide down from here really hard, so they need hay to take the impact. So I have this base, or I screwed these pieces on the bottom, which is not very secure, just a small support, but these are the sorry I dropped you. These are the strong support here, same angle, so things will roll and we'll see how it goes. She's here. Here is the chicken in there, standing, waiting for the one in the nesting box to lay her egg so she can eat it. Who's gonna win? Okay, let's find out. We win. Not broken, not cracked. Okay. So here is the final product, final results. The cover slides under the front here, so the rain will come down this way. And we have a pin. Remove the pin and remove the cover. Eggs, collecting the eggs. Tiny holes in the bottom just in case any water gets in, gets drained. Put this back, put the pin in, secure. They make these kind of nesting boxes, and they're all metal, and they sold them for $250. My cost was $9, $5.80, and the wither strips inside was $13. Everything else was what was in there already. Even the screws, I did not more screws than what was in there already. Thank you for watching. That was a 5-day process of making these nesting boxes and the tray, and how it's, you know, slanted down to collect the eggs. Obviously the rain stopped us, and it was probably a good thing, because if it hasn't rained I would have not discovered the fact that rain was coming in, so I had to redo some of the work. But by the end of the day, we got it done. It's tested. All the eggs are rolling down. Only one did not because it was pressed into the bedding. But even if chickens start to pick on it, it will roll in the tray right away. So if you like this content and you enjoyed this video and other videos, please subscribe, like, and share. We post videos often, and we like you to join us in our journey in this homesteading. And God bless.